Hey, and welcome back to our channel. So, you want to start your own Airbnb, but maybe you lack the funds to purchase a property? Well, don't worry, this should not be an obstacle. Today we bring you some ideas on how you can start your own Airbnb business with no money. But before we get started, remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our new videos. And now, without further ado, let's get into it. So the big question, can I start an Airbnb with no money? And the answer is absolutely. There are plenty of options. If you want to own the Airbnb yourself, you can look into Airbnb financing options to secure cash for the down payment on the property. Or if you're simply interested in being involved with Airbnb or working in the vacation rental industry, you can choose between many options such as co-hosting, offering Airbnb experiences, upsells, property management, and any other related services. First, let's go over some options to buy an Airbnb property with no money. If you own the home you live in, you can tap into your house equity through a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit, the HELOC. And then you can use that money to make a down payment on an Airbnb property. Both will let you borrow against the equity your home has accrued. However, as the name implies, home equity loans will give you the cash in the form of a loan, which you will have to pay monthly with interest. And on the other hand, HELOCs will give you a line of credit. This means that, like with a credit card, you can use as much of your HELOC funds as you need and then repay what you use. Remember to be extra careful, as both home equity loans and HELOCs are second mortgages. But the best here, as always, is to speak with an advisor to make sure that these are smart financial moves. The second option is the cash-out refinance. This is another common way to secure financing if you already own a home. Again, this also involves using your home as a collateral for a second mortgage, so make sure to consult with an expert before you do anything. Another option is trying to secure a seller financing. If you know the seller of the property you want to buy, they may be open to help you finance the purchase. With seller financing, you will essentially pay a monthly mortgage directly to the property seller. So as long as the seller is willing to overlook the down payment, this way you can purchase a property with no money, and you may also be able to negotiate a better interest rate for your monthly payments. And the last way to purchase a property with no money would be to enter into a partnership. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just simply find a partner who could finance your Airbnb property? Well, real estate investor partnerships are actually quite common. And yes, usually partners will share the costs of purchasing a property, but you may be able to find someone willing to assume all costs if you're able to bring something valuable to the table as well. For example, if you're already an expert in the vacation rental industry and in property management, your partner may be fine with a down payment in exchange for your expertise. Keep in mind that there are all sorts of partnerships out there, but they all require planning and formal agreements. But yes, if you're looking on how to start an Airbnb with no money, and you already know some people willing to start a partnership, it doesn't get any easier than this. And now let's get into the second part of the video, where we talk about getting started with Airbnb without actually purchasing a property. Let's start with the easiest and simplest solution. For all of you who might already have a vacant property that you're not using, well, here you go. Turn it into an Airbnb. This could be a relative who left your property, or maybe you moved in with your partner and now have a spare property. Whatever the case is, a vacant property is a wasted opportunity every day it sits empty. So as long as the property is furnished and in decent shape, it shouldn't cost anything to get started. So simply clean it up, take high quality pictures, and go and list the property on Airbnb. Then another option is to rent out a spare room. Do you have a spare bedroom in your house that you're not using? Well, this could be an easy way into the Airbnb business, as Airbnb will also allow you to rent out private rooms in addition to entire properties. Of course, this will mean sharing your common areas with your guests. However, it's a great way to make some extra cash until you have enough to buy an entire Airbnb property. And a plus here is that coordinating, checking, checkouts, and the turnover will be much easier, as you, well, already live there. Airbnb arbitrage involves subletting long-term rental on a short-term rental basis. Essentially, you rent out a property with a long-term contract and then re-rent it out with a higher nightly rate to turn a profit. Keep in mind, however, that local laws or your rental contract may prohibit arbitrage, so make sure that you read the fine print before getting started. Next, the cheapest way to start your Airbnb adventure is to become an Airbnb co-host. Basically, you go and find an existing Airbnb host, or someone who wants to become a host, or someone who already has a property or the capital to purchase one, and you offer them your support. Of course, you will have to determine with your co-hosts who does what, but the usual duties would be guest communications, managing turnovers, and writing guest reviews. And yes, you won't be making as much money as if you were the only host, but there's probably no easier way to get started with Airbnb with no money. Then another way to start an Airbnb with no money would be to offer an Airbnb experience. Airbnb experiences are simply activities that you will offer travelers. Could be a guided tour, or hosting a cooking class focusing on a local dish, or any other craft activity. You just need to make sure that the experience you want to provide meets Airbnb criteria, and then you will be able to manage bookings and payments directly through the platform. And now in the last part of the video, let's have a look at some Airbnb related activities that will let you work in the vacation rental industry without being a direct host on Airbnb. The most obvious one is becoming a property manager. This is a bit similar to co-hosting an Airbnb, but much more profitable. You'll be managing properties from different owners in exchange of a commission rate, and you'll be able to do this without any initial investment. This is why becoming a property manager is such a profitable activity if you want to make your own way in the vacation rental industry. The downside of this is that it's a lot of work and you need to be an expert. You will need to plan strategies for maximizing bookings, daily operations, marketing, guest communications, turnovers. You will need to take care of everything. And if you're interested, we have a full course about how to start your own property management business in the Lodgify Academy. So if you want, you can go and click the link in the description below. Then another similar idea will be to join a vacation rental franchise. Maybe you like the idea of becoming a property manager, but are a bit worried about starting your own business from scratch. Well, don't worry, because then you can join a vacation rental franchise. This is a business model that provides property managers with a structure, systems, and resources to start their own management business while maintaining the brand of the overarching franchise. To gain the benefits and oversight of a vacation rental franchise, though, you will have to pay a fee and accept a lesser degree of control in how you do business. The payoff, of course, is that you will significantly reduce the risks associated with starting your own company. Then another option is to start an Airbnb cleaning service company. Every vacation rental needs cleaning during turnover, and most hosts won't do that themselves. They will hire an external company. And this could be your company. Okay, it might not sound like your dream job, but Airbnb cleaning services are in high demand. So this could be a smart and profitable way into the vacation rental industry. Following the same idea, you can provide an Airbnb upsell service. You can simply reach out to existing Airbnb hosts and ask them what kind of services they think their guests will be interested in. This could be anything from airport pickup, food delivery, snow shoveling, fresh cut flowers, massages, and so on. Another way will be to specialize in Airbnb marketing or offering Airbnb consulting services. The idea here is to help Airbnb hosts optimize their business, and this might include a number of tasks such as brand development and marketing strategies, education on how to use technology and software such as Lodgify, revenue management, and finding solutions for any pain points. You could be a generalist, but most Airbnb consultants will choose specialization, focusing on a specific aspect of the business, be it marketing or technology implementation, for example. And following that idea of specialization, think about any type of service that will be useful for an Airbnb host. And that could be photography, social media management, web or graphic design, anything that you have the skills for that could be useful for their business. All of these could be an easy way to get started with Airbnb and in the vacation rental industry with no money. And this is all for today. Thanks for watching until the end. As always, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.